leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Who's chasing the beer that circle the lips? Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
And welcome to Laughter Saves Lives Live.
How are you, everybody?
Hello.
Happy holidays.
We are brought to you by Barasch and McGarry, the lawyers for the 9/11 community. So,
And also the whoops.
Yep, brought to us by Barasch and McGarry, and then that's our first commercial. Then
That's right.
So, how are you?
I am doing terrific. Happy holidays.
Oh my God, I can't even believe it's the holidays already. Cannot even grasp it.
They just got, and can I be honest with you? With the holiday time, it gets to me. I love the holidays, but I detest putting up all the stupid decorations. It's such a hassle. People at home, right? It's a hassle.
Yeah, the tree, the wreaths, the lights.
I've had it. I told my wife, and I get stuck doing it every year. I told my wife, no more for me. Starting next year, you can plug in the menorah. I got a nice laugh from the studio audience here today. That's right. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Sometimes I wish that we just had a menorah, maybe it's like ridiculous.
It's so easy.
I've scaled down a lot though. I have scaled down a whole lot.
I plug it in, I put this on, I say a few words that I don't know what they mean, light the candles, eat a latke, and we're done.
Right. Do you go to the movies on Christmas Day?
We usually we watch online something.
Okay.
That's right. But yes, Chinese food in the movie.
I was going to say Chinese food.
No, it's first of all, it's the only place that's really open.
That's true. That's
right.
true.
You ever try to get a lasagna out on Christmas? It doesn't really.
Yeah, all the Italians are at home.
It doesn't really happen.
They're all at home.
But it's a special holiday. We're looking forward to it. The kids will be over and we'll have latkes. We'll give presents, and it just memories of mom and dad and lighting the menorah, and it's a tradition.
Nice. I love a good latke. I'm not gonna lie.
That's right. Is your tree up?
My tree has been up since before Thanksgiving.
Oh, you're one of those.
Well, I went away. Usually I do it the day after Thanksgiving, but I wasn't home. So I wanted it done.
Okay.
So I've been in Christmas heaven.
Did you go to the same place to get a tree? Is it the same?
My tree is fake. I know.
No.
I know. It's a huge controversy. But
really?
I like to put it up a little earlier because I like to enjoy it because it's such a quick, goes so quick. So I like to just have it up. It's easier. It's pre-lit.
So your people are going to be over on Christmas Day?
Nope.
What Christmas Eve?
For a few hours. We're going out to eat. I really worked it well. I did a good job this year because Christmas Eve is mine this year.
Oh, all right.
And I was like, you know what?
Let's
go out. I'm not cooking.
So you don't do the Feast of the Seven Fishes?
We used to. I used to.
We do the Feast of the Seven Fishes for Jewish.
Gefilte fish.
Right. We have gefilte fish, whitefish, pickled herring, kippered salmon, sable sturgeon, and lox. That's 7. I nailed them all. Give me a hand, everybody. I remembered
very good.
all
very
7
good.
fishes for that stupid joke that I do once a year. But that's okay.
No, but we are going to an Italian restaurant, so I feel like that counts.
All right. That's nice.
That counts.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Then we'll go back to my house. We'll open some gifts. We'll have some spirits, some dessert.
It's Christmas time. And can I be honest with you about something?
Yeah.
Even though I'm Jewish, I always consider this time of year to be Christmas time. All this political correctness with the happy. Yeah. If somebody comes up to me and says, Les, Merry Christmas, I say, well, thank you. Merry Christmas to you, too.
Right.
Then I go home, sue somebody, prepare someone's taxes, clip some coupons, have some matzo ball soup, gefilte fish, feel guilty, and go on with my life.
There you go.
It's really not a big deal.
Not a big deal at all, no. You seem like you have it all under control.
That's right. Yes.
Here he is.
Hey!
Oh, the highwayman.
No showers tonight. I just finished cleaning my remote in the hotel room.
Oh, good.
I bring my thing. I clean everything. I just wanted to say a few things. Belmore, Long Island is too far from Kent, Ohio. What was I thinking today? Here's how long the trip was. 15 pee breaks. That's how long to drive to Kent, Ohio. You know what I like to do, Roseanne? Say what, John?
What, John?
You know what I like to do? I like to stop at the truck stops.
Yes.
Like I want to try to fit in with the truckers, you know. So what I do is I go in, I take a shower in one of those showers there, you know, that they have, right? And then I come out and I punch the biggest guy in the face, and I go, Johnny's here. Give me a trucker's lunch, you know, and all that. That's what I do. But
I'm just glad your clothes are on tonight.
But look at this. Yeah, thank you. Here's what I wore in the. See, here's why I think I didn't fit in. I forgot what I had on. I had on this burgundy sweatshirt and these bright blue sweats. Look at that.
Wow.
I'm surprised I didn't get punched in the face myself.
Actually, John, 2 weeks ago, ever since you appeared live in the shower, viewership has increased 500%.
Yeah, that was fun. The tree, we put up our tree, a real tree. I cut my tree down this year.
You did?
Did you ever do that?
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
Didn't love it.
Came home.
Didn't love it.
Little joke. All right. Long walks in the airport. Oh, here's something that happened to me last thing, because we have 3 guests tonight, 3 great guests. I put my coat in the overhead compartment on the plane, and the flight attendant came over to me and said, "Sir, is this your coat?" And I said, "Yes." He goes, "You need to take it down." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "We're balancing the weight or something about the weight." And I go, for my coat? And he goes, "Yeah." I've never heard of that before.
Not for a coat.
For a coat. I know that my wife has the weighted blanket. If she brought that on the plane, I could see. But the coat? Yeah. All right.
I don't know.
That's really, I'll do my pickleball segment later after our guest, if we can fit it in. All right. So have a good show, and I'll talk to you later. I'm going to clean more things in the room.
We miss you, John. Do we miss him?
We miss him.
We miss him.
Of course we miss him.
Hey, just keep in mind, because he yep. We've got 2 minutes to commercial.
Yep. What did he? Okay, we're good. We're going to a commercial, I believe, right? So it's our new commercial, right?
No, you have 2 minutes until the commercial.
2 minutes. Okay.
Oh, we have 2 minutes.
I thought so. All right.
You want to talk
I'm on it, Butch. I got this.
You want to talk more about your fake tree?
You know what? I have my fake tree, my fake wreath. I took all of I have 2 trees, actually.
Right.
I have my big Christmas tree.
Okay.
That's all fashionable.
Right.
And then I have a smaller Christmas tree in the dining room, and that's where I put all the ornaments of the things from the kids and stuff over the years.
Oh,
that's pretty nice. I do have that.
That's interesting, because we have on this side of the fence, we have like the real menorah, which is the one that I actually put the candles in and light. It's my parents' menorah back from the 60s.
Nice.
That we all lit together. But then, of course, the one for the window and all the others, those are the fake menorahs.
That's right. See?
Right, the electric ones. You plug in and you go like that. It's not the real, like a real tree and a real.
Exactly.
You got to light it and everything.
Yeah.
So we're really the same. Plus,
We really
Jews,
are.
Italians. We're really the same.
The guilt.
The
same
guilt. That's right. That's
Right?
it. It's the same. What do you feel guilty about?
Well, okay, I'm going away. I'm going to Florida tomorrow. So who's Jewish now? I'm going to Florida. And my mother called me yesterday and she says, "Well, I wanted to just hear your voice because, I'm not going to see you. I'll be back Wednesday. I'm not moving to Florida.
Right.
I'm just going for a few days."
Ooh, she's just like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Like, why didn't you stop by, you horrible, horrible daughter? So,
Oh my goodness.
so there it is. So,
Good.
I think we're good,
We'll
right?
be in
Yeah.
Florida in a
Nice.
couple of weeks ourselves.
what part of Florida?
West Coast, the Gulf beaches. We fly into
that's
Tampa.
Nice. That's nice.
Seminole, my family. My father-in-law is going to be 90.
Ooh, wow.
That's right. So we're going to go down there and we're going to have a little party for him. And
I
then,
would say 90.
So that's it. Yeah, that's right. If you're watching, Jack, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jack.
Happy birthday, Jack. That's right. He's a great guy.
That's great. Well, I'm going to
That's
be at
right.
Jensen Beach.
That's on the East
That's
Coast?
on the East Coast.
Oh, okay.
That's where the poor folk go.
Where's Jensen Beach?
It's I don't know. It's Sanibel. It's near Sanibel Island. But you have to fly into West Palm.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know where I'm going. My friend said we're going to go to Florida. Buy a ticket, and I went okay.
Yeah.
And I bought a ticket, and I'm getting on a plane, and I'm all packed. I'm ready to go.
Boy, you're traveling an awful lot since you've
I
become
know.
a lady of leisure.
I know. It's absolutely glorious.
You're loving
It's
it,
glorious.
huh?
I do. I do love it. I wish I could travel for free, but I do love it.
Yeah, but you miss those kids Monday through Friday from 9 to 3, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
'Cause
Absolutely.
They're all watching.
100%. I miss you all if
That's
you're
right.
watching. They're not watching.
And they miss you too.
So, all right. I think it's we have to go to our first commercial.
I think so
Would you
too.
like to tee it up, my friend?
Okay, are we ready?
Let's do it.
Okay.
The Arbors Assisted Living is the premier yet affordable, all-inclusive assisted living option with 5 communities on Long Island in Nassau and Suffolk counties. The Arbors promotes living life to the fullest by providing a wide range of activities, amenities, and events. You get all care, all services, all amenities, all included. Call 866-THE-ARBORS. That's 866-THE-ARBORS.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we are. Look
All
at
right.
this.
So that was
I'm crew now.
your crew now, right?
I'm
You do a
crew.
little bit of everything. You wear many hats.
I do. I wear many hats. Here
So we
are.
want to thank the Arbors for being a new sponsor of Laughter Saves Lives. And speaking of the Arbors, I'd like to introduce our first guest, Melissa Schumacher. She is the Director of Sales, Marketing, and Business Development for the Arbors Senior Living Communities, which is one of the premier senior living communities on Long Island. Welcome, Melissa.
Welcome, Melissa.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. So you're Director of Sales, Marketing, and Business Development. You do like everything that Roseanne does here. So what are some of your responsibilities? You do a lot.
I do a lot. Well, we have 5 communities on Long Island, so I oversee all 5 of our communities and our teams, our community relations teams that meet with all of our families that come in that are interested in learning about the Arbors for their loved ones.
Right.
And I am out also marketing to professionals to give them knowledge about our communities and why we can help their clients.
Wow. Well, obviously it's a very competitive field. We were talking as a singer entertainer. I perform at many of the Arbors and other places, and I got to tell you, always when I come to the Arbors, the people are happy and the place is clean, and all the assistants and all the people welcome you, and it's got a good feel for it. And what are some of your major challenges? There's a lot of places, and
there's a lot of places on Long Island.
Right.
I think one of our biggest challenges is getting across to individuals and families that this is a place for their loved one to live and have a really great quality of life, not to feel isolated anymore at home. A lot of people feel that it's a nursing home or it's you have to go when you're sick. And I think for us, our biggest challenge is letting people know you should come when you're healthy and you're happy and you can enjoy life. And let us take care of you if something happens.
See, Les?
That's right.
You ready?
You ready, Les? I might be ready.
It's not a bad place to get spoiled. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. No, I guess many people don't realize it. Really, assisted living is so different than a nursing home.
Yeah.
It's I've been to some assisted living facilities. My father-in-law lives down in Florida. 90, he's living over there. It's almost like a hotel.
Yeah, I mean, they're great communities where you're independent. We want them to be as independent as they can be. We want them to live their life. We just want to give them a little extra support. A nursing home is more of a medical community. So I think that's one of our biggest challenges is getting that across to individuals that you don't have to be sick to come to assisted living and you don't have to need a lot of care. You actually should come when you're enjoying life.
Who do you have more trouble convincing, the future client or the families?
Both. Usually the future client, the residents. You know, it's hard leaving your home after
Right.
63 years of living there and raising your family and all your memories. It's not an easy change, and change is hard no matter what age we're at. We could be in our 40s, our 70s, our 90s. We have a 105-year-old resident living with us.
Wow.
Change is hard. So it takes, it takes a little bit of convincing, but we tend to get them there.
Well, at Laughter Saves Lives, we consider people in senior communities to be, we have what's called a Heroes Tour, where we like to support our first responders and firefighters and healthcare workers and teachers. And we consider senior community people really heroes, because there's a segment of our population that often, gets forgotten and lost. It's the end of the road and they're not important.
Yeah.
And well, actually, it's, your whole life is important. How did you get involved with being in the senior community? It's an interesting job.
It is. So I went for my undergrad and my master's in the study of gerontology, the study of the elderly, which one of my friends when I was younger was saying, what are you going to school for? But my passion was always seniors and the elderly due to my great-grandfather. He had Alzheimer's. I was very young. He lived in our house. Well, not my house, but my grandparents' house with AIDS. And I was the only one he remembered at the end. And we used to play cards together. And no matter what, I was always with him. So it always held a special place in my heart. And I just felt that I really wanted to give back and help and have a career that was rewarding. And I feel that I've gotten that.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
So
And
go ahead.
not to interrupt, but the
Yes.
heroes, it's interesting that you say that, because the Arbors has a Heroes Welcome program, our own Heroes Welcome program. And we give back to the heroes that we feel, the healthcare workers, the firefighters, the policemen, the people, the veterans. We will honor them, or even for our residents that have loved ones that are giving back, we give back to them by offering a discount for our heroes.
Oh,
yeah. So it's kind of similar to your hero program.
Yes, and I
that's
know
great.
when I perform at the Arbors in Hapog, there's a big wall of all the veterans.
Wall of Heroes.
And yes, so that's so important.
Our veterans, we put up their pictures, or if it's their spouse that passed, we put up their picture. So we have a Heroes Welcome Wall in all 5 of our communities.
And you're with the Arbors for a long time.
I'm with the Arbors for 18 years.
Wow,
Yeah,
18
it
years.
started 18 years, and it's been great.
You're gonna work there until you're a resident.
Well, that's not for a while. Thank you, Les.
Okay.
I would imagine though, because people are living longer now.
Yes.
That if say somebody goes in at the age of 65 or 70, there's a real possibility that could be their home for 20
Absolutely.
years.
I mean,
right?
their quality of life just goes up from moving into a community. The routine, the structure, the lifestyle, getting your meals prepared for you, your medications given appropriately. So all of those things enhance someone's life. That does generally help them live longer.
That's fantastic. That's a very hard job because my stepdad, he passed away, but he was in an assisted living for a while, and my friend's dad was in assisted living. And I can imagine that sometimes dealing with families brings its own set of challenges. I mean, you studied the elderly and working with the elderly, but you also have to, I would think, deal with families.
You do. You have to, it's emotions. You have to deal with a lot of emotions. You have to deal with a lot of guilt, the guilt factor that you were talking about, right? We have a lot of that at the Arbors as well. So it's something that we're trained on and we're so empathetic about with the families, because not only is it hard for their loved ones to move, but it's hard. It's a hard decision to make. So we understand that. But yeah, there is a lot that goes into it.
Now it's a very competitive industry.
That sure
Obviously,
is.
I guess I should ask that I've never been in a position. My parents both died fairly young, so I missed out on that whole thing. Fortunately, unfortunately, but when you go to look for a place, it's go to this place, go to that place. So in other words, people are shopping around. So in other words, that's a major part of your job, I guess, is to well, you have to convince them why the Arbors is better than, let's say, I can't think of any of the other names
We
of
don't
any
know
other place
any of the
because they're
names. I don't
kind
know
of
them.
obsolete.
Yeah.
But so what really, like, in your opinion, like differentiates the Arbors from some of the other places maybe?
So there are a lot of communities out there on Long Island. And the one great thing about it is that we actually all work a lot together because there is a place for everybody, right? The biggest difference though, the Arbors is we're only 5 communities. So we happen to be a small organization. We're locally owned and operated. So the president of our company, she lives on Long Island. She has offices in our buildings. She is a part of most day-to-day activities. This was her baby, and she stayed true to all of her visions since 2005.
Wow.
But we are an organization that has the regional team on hand, a lot of longevity in staff. I'm not the only one there, 18 years. Most of our regional team is there just as long. Even our line staff is there long. You know, we have housekeepers and porters and personal care aides that have been with the organization for 18 plus years as well. So I think the biggest difference of the Arbors is that it is locally owned and operated.
Okay.
It's very homey. And we are not this big organization where the ownership is in a different state. We have hands on everything, and the families have the ability to contact any of us at any time, even the owner. The owner's mother also lives in our communities,
Wow.
which also is a lot.
Well, that's quite a testament too, that the staff and all the people who've worked there have been there for so long. That tells you something about how they feel about where they work. And
Definitely.
Mr. LaRocchia is back.
Hey, Melissa, thanks for doing the show. A quick question. Our residents, like my dad is 90, and we're trying to convince him to go to an assisted care facility. Is it appropriate, number one, to get like some of those guys with a van and throw a hood over him and throw him in the lobby and take off? Just curious.
Very
Yeah, that was one of the questions that I was gonna.
And here's, I have a suggestion. If you want to get some more residents, stand by a competitor's outside a competitor's facility when Les Deegan is singing, and most people will come running out, and then you could hand them the Arbors. But thank you for doing the show. Can people stay there for a month and try it out?
Yes, someone can come to us for a month and try it out, see how it goes, make sure that that is the place that they want to be. I will tell you, most people stay. They realize that it's a great place to get spoiled. It's a great place to socialize. It's a great place to really live their life. They don't realize how much they're actually missing a lot of times when they're home alone. So yes, someone can try it out, which is important.
Yeah, thank you. I think we have like 30 seconds, guys.
Yes.
Oh, so real quick, with all your what do you do for fun? What do you do to, like, you have all this responsibility. Just tell us a little bit. What would you do for fun?
Well, I have 2 children. So I have a 13-year-old and a 9-year-old.
I know, but what do you do for fun?
I'm with my children. I chauffeur them around to sports, and everybody says enjoy every minute of it because it goes fast. So that's my fun right now.
Okay.
And with my husband, we all have a lot of fun together. So.
All right. Well, you are an absolute delight.
Well,
thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Happy holidays, and thank you again for your support of Laughter Saves Lives.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Melissa Schumacher, everyone.
Thank you.
All right. We're good.
If you spent time downtown on 9/11 or in the 8 months after, you were exposed to toxic air and may be eligible for compensation from the $10 billion 9/11 Victim Fund. But most people who qualify still haven't claimed what they're entitled to.
I worked downtown. I didn't die. I was an office worker. I felt like there were others who deserved the money more than I did.
A major reason people haven't claimed the money they're due is guilt. They feel guilty claiming funds when others died or were first responders.
I heard there were 9/11 funds, but because I wasn't a first responder, I did not apply.
You do not have to be a first responder to qualify. This fund was created for everyone who worked, lived, or attended school south of Canal Street, who may have experienced or have experienced respiratory illness or any of the 68 cancers linked to the toxins. Even if you have a family history of cancer, there is a presumption linking most cancers to the toxins.
I thought it was too late to make a claim. My spouse worked downtown at a bank and died of cancer. Honestly, I just haven't felt up to it.
The government's $10 billion Victim Fund and Health Program have been permanently extended. You just need to have been below Canal Street on 9/11 or at any time in the following 8 months to see if you qualify. Call or go to 911fund.com to speak to a representative of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
There are many reasons people who are eligible for compensation are not stepping up to claim it. To those who are holding back, I would say just take the first step. Ask for help. Make the call. It's not too late.
I called and I qualify.
I qualify.
I qualify.
Millions of dollars remain unclaimed. You do not have to be seriously ill to qualify.
All right, we are back, and we are
Okay.
back with Johnny. Johnny is going to bring on our next guest.
Oh yeah, AIM. She is the president. I don't think she's the founder, but she's the president of the Washington D.C. EMS and Fire Foundation. I know I messed up that name. Amy Morrow. Bring Amy in. She is just a lovely,
Hi, everybody.
lovely individual. So nice. She took me out to a nice local bar when I was there. Met a friend of hers. They put me up in a fancy hotel, which I took a shower in. It was recorded. We had such a nice time though at the show. Everybody was so nice. The show was great. What's the feedback, Amy?
Oh, people had so much fun. I didn't hear one negative comment. I was really, really excited about that. You know, I wanted to have the show because I revived the foundation in the spring. And this was the first time that I kind of engaged the workforce, the DC firefighters, in the work of the foundation. And so I didn't want to make a big deal. Just have a nice kind of event with the family, so to speak. And they all came out and had so much fun, and they laughed, and I had a great time. So thank you. We really enjoyed it, and everyone wants to do it again. I was just at the fire department headquarters yesterday, and everyone was asking when the next comedy show is. So we're going to put that together.
Did they mention my name?
Of course. Well,
Don't
no
have-
one, you know how non-Italians are. They have trouble recalling the exact name. So it was more like, the guy.
The guys, yeah. I mean, I've interviewed people after the show and asked them who their favorite comic was, and they named every other comic on the show while I'm interviewing them. So now, great night. You raised some money, a few piñatas there, a few bucks. So now, what is the foundation going to try to do over the coming years for the guys and gals in the fire department?
Well, I actually have some exciting news since I was on the show last, which is we got a grant from the Washington Capitals, our hockey team in DC,
Nice.
$20,000, and the
Wow.
the grantors wanted to dedicate it to support firefighter mental health.
Love it.
So what we're going to do is I worked with the department and the labor union and the clinicians who take care of DC firefighters and EMS personnel. And we said, what are the gaps? The government, they've got great government benefits, but things come up and they deserve that extra level of support. And that's why I started the foundation, because I know this and I know that government can't cover all the needs. And so what we've done is we've created an emergency fund for any DC firefighter or EMS first responder who's in treatment for behavioral health, cancer, or cardiac issues, which we all know our first responders are at greater risk for. And
Sure.
so anyone in treatment for those conditions who's got an emergency financial need can come to the foundation and try to get a little more financial support. So very excited about that.
You're doing good stuff, Amy. Good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't get to meet your father, right? I didn't get to meet your father.
Yeah, he was there, and I said to him, I meant to introduce you to John because you guys would have gotten along. But when you're hosting a party and everyone comes at the same time, and I was trying to make the sound work and the video work, and you have to come back.
It was great. But we were speaking about the Met game this year. You said, why would I bring Met fans into my stadium? We have some big Met fans right here, so. You have to come up with a few tickets because I can't go without Roseanne or Les. They're big Met fans,
but Roseanne and Les, do you get my point? So he's asking me for Mets tickets to a Nationals game, and I'm like, why would I invite more Mets fans to a Nationals game?
What you need to understand is that we're Mets fans, not Yankee fans.
Yes,
there's a difference. We're going to be very polite and kind.
Yes,
and Roseanne, actually, John. My dad, was a Dodgers fan in the 50s when he was a kid. So
me too. My dad too. Oh, okay, great. And Roseanne, after 2 margaritas, gets very quiet anyway.
Oh, okay, quiet. Nobody's ever told me that before.
Well, we look forward to the next show.
Yes,
we're going to talk next week, right? About all things important, shows and Met tickets. And then we'd love to come back again because I really enjoyed it. And we did the show in memory of my guys, which is the number one thing that mattered to me.
Yes, me too. Next one's going to be bigger and better. And I love the partnership between DC Fire and EMS Foundation and Laughter Save Lives. So we'll talk soon.
Thanks,
and also,
Amy.
John,
yes.
I'm having a fangirl moment because I'm here with Pepper. So I need to say that.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, and I appreciate all that you do for the first responders in Washington because that is super, super important. So thank
you. Come to DC, and
I will.
I will bring those in.
Thank you, Amy.
Thanks, Amy. All right, so we're going to break.
We are going to break. We are going to. We'll be right back after this message from LifeVac.
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeVac, a simple rescue device that can save a child's life in a choking emergency. All these people were saved with LifeVac. People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those is a child. As simple as place, push, pull.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
And we are back. Laughter Saves Lives live. I forgot to say earlier from Massapequa. Beautiful Massapequa, Long Island.
All right.
We are going to move right along because we have a jam-packed show tonight, right? And I'm very excited about our next guest. I did a little research because that's what I do because I was an English teacher, first and foremost. But we are going to now welcome Tommy Burke, who was a first assistant director for a very long time in the entertainment industry. And we're going to talk to him about things that have been happening with him, some health challenges that have taken him in a different direction. So please, let's welcome Tommy Burke.
All right. How are you?
Hello, Tommy.
How are you?
I just want to know the last guest, the most important thing. She's amazing, but she told me you guys are all Mets fans. I'm from Boston. I would just die if this is Yankees.
Well, listen, we're not Yankees. That's it. And when I watch a Boston Red Sox game, I always root for Boston, unless they're playing for the Mets, and then I am very torn. But I do like Boston.
I'm gonna cry.
So Tommy, I first of all, I saw that you wrote a book, Not Just Sunglasses and Autographs, which I think, first of all, is an amazing title to talk about your sort of career in the industry, the entertainment industry. But for people who don't know, first, you were first assistant director, correct?
Yes.
Can you just tell people who don't really know what that entails on a set?
You got a lot of cooks on the set saying different things. I'm the one that says, "You're done. We got to shoot now." I make sure the actors come in, get the hair and makeup, and get on set on time. I make sure the set gets lit on time. I just make things happen. I was a bouncer at a bar, so I think that helped me the most being a first AD because I didn't go to film school.
Right. So that's even. I mean, you really just got into that, and from everything that I read about you, really took off, and you were well loved, and everybody that worked with you has nothing but nice things to say. What was if you have a favorite or a highlight, what was your favorite show to work on?
Chicago PD. But can I bring a 9/11 story into it?
Sure, please.
I went to Boston College. We did film. So I went. This is back when you sent out resumes with stamps, and but I sent 9 resumes out to Boston. Only one guy responded to me. The director didn't like me because I didn't know what I was doing. He said, I never want that guy to set again. But the guy brought me back when I learned a little more stuff. And his name was Bill Weems. And Bill Weems was on the 9/11 flight.
That's great. That's great. Well, you got to give the young people in any industry a chance. And you definitely got that and made the most of it. I read in something from your book that you like to use humor to overcome adversity.
Yes, I do.
Yes. And I think you've had more than your fair share of adversity, but just everything that I read excerpts, I read something from the blog that you wrote, and you are just the most positive person. How do you keep that?
Nice.
How do you keep that going? How do you keep that?
You just gotta keep the next challenge. I mean, that's what it is. I wish I wrote the book because when I got Parkinson's, I'm bearing the lead. But when I got Parkinson's, my whole life was looking for jobs and trying to get ahead, and all my different jobs, and I needed to do something, so I started writing a book.
That's great. And I like the one thing that you say: keep moving forward, embrace resilience, step out of your comfort zone, and take life head on. And are there any days where you have to remind yourself of those are your words that you wrote?
No, I mean, it's just Pepper. Thank you so much for reading the book as much as you did. Some people don't even know what the book's title is when I get on the interview. I just keep it one step at a time. When I had cancer, I was working an 80-hour week show. Every other week, a Thursday night, I would go to get chemo at midnight, get up the next day, and work another 14-hour day. But I just went chemo trip to chemo trip to chemo trip.
That's incredible to me that you would do that you would work all those hours, and then at night you would go and have this chemo, and then you would sleep, and then you would get up and you would do it all over again. I don't know how you did it, other than you're a bull, and you can.
Bull.
That's right, and you continue to be, because now you are boxing. And tell me a little bit about how you got involved with boxing and why boxing.
Well, it's a great thing you brought that up, because Parkinson's is getting more and more prevalent. People are getting a lot more. Boxing is the best thing for Parkinson's. It helps you move. It helps you coordinate your mind and your body. And my book is to tell people, don't give up. Keep hanging in there.
Yeah, you talk about a funny story when you don't necessarily feel like going on, or if you forget to put your hand up. Could you just tell that story with your trainer?
It's been a long time. Can you a little bit more into that?
Sure. You forget to put your hand up sometimes and protect your face, and then he would kind of hit your hand, and you were like, you can't hit a guy with Parkinson's, and you tried to get some support from the other people, and they're like, well, put your hand up.
When I have my trainers, they put me through my links, my training, and I go, I'm old, I got Parkinson's. They go, we don't care, keep going.
Now, are you in a gym specific? Because I know that they've started that Rock
City Boxing.
Rock City Boxing. Is that what you do?
Papa, you're wicked smart, as we say back home. Yeah, it's taken off. It's really taken off. I want to teach boxing at my Parkinson's gym. I used to go to regular boxing gyms, and I just take the boxer and go, "Well, you're training me through boxing, but it's Parkinson's got another thing on it." So I give some YouTube stories, videos, and they would just watch the videos and show how to box with a Parkinson's guy.
You know, you might be able to help me, Tommy. I'm 5'5", 138 pounds with a big mouth that gets me into a lot of trouble. So sometimes I need to defend myself if I come up to Boston. You think you could teach me a few things?
Well, there's a smart thing. I'm in Rodeo Beach right now. I live in LA.
Oh, you live in LA.
Oh, you live in
Yeah,
LA.
he's in LA.
Well,
I see the weather
in
report.
Boston.
I see that weather report. You tell. I know that's why I'm in LA.
Johnny's here.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks for doing the show. As I always say, you're a hero. I've been around a lot of heroes, man. And
No.
the one thing we want to bring some boxing. Maybe you can help us this. We want to bring some boxing into the Laughter Saves Lives here. And what we're thinking of doing is we're going to box some of the residents at Melissa's place, the Arbor.
Yeah.
But you seem like the type of guy that I'm sure I know you have your down days and you know your physical what you're going through probably gets you down, but in general, you seem like the type of guy that's focused not on your illness, but what you can do next. You know, you don't let it get the best of you most times. Am I right?
It's the most brilliant interview I've ever had. Everyone's right. You're on top of it. You're right, Johnny. Exactly.
Yeah.
I was trying to help other people.
I can feel it through the camera, even though I'm remote here. I can feel it. And you seem like the type of guy that I would love to just hang out with, sit there all day, have a slice of pizza, and listen. I could listen to you all day.
You're not a Yankees fan, right?
No, don't worry. No Yankee fans here. No Yankee fans here.
I have one last question before we have to move on. Unfortunately, because I find your whole story so interesting from the very beginning with you in the film industry, and what you did there and how you did that, and then overcoming all of this stuff, these health issues that you've had to overcome. And if you had a chance to redo your life over, would you do anything different?
Wow.
Good question.
Ooh, knockout.
I don't know if I get the entertainment business. It's a tough business. I did it the hard way. I mean, I really did it the hard way. My book's all about you screw up, you still keep at it. I mean, I screwed up a lot. I was not someone who rose to the top. I got fired from jobs. I kept at it. I love the film business. I got to see a lot of different things, but I don't know if I go back into it.
All right. Yeah. But I think it's given you your tenacity, because you just, you always said work smarter, not harder. And you always said you never worked smarter. You always just worked harder, and you were working on that. But I think that's given you the drive that you need now. And it was a pleasure kind of stalking you on the internet and learning about you. It really was. And I wish you all the luck, and keep boxing.
Keep in touch.
I'm very impressed with this. I'm very impressed with this program.
Let's get thank you, Tommy. Let's get Tommy, the name of Tommy's book, Roseanne, one more time.
It's called Not Just Sunglasses and Autographs by Tommy Burke.
You go to TommyBurke.com or Amazon.
Or on Amazon, yes. And I ordered mine. I ordered mine already, so I want to read all about it.
I'll swing by someday and I'll grab it for you.
Great.
Stay strong, Tommy.
Thank you, Tommy.
You guys are amazing.
Great job, Tommy. Thank you so much.
Happy holidays.
Yes. Amazing. Roseanne, that was the best interview any of us have ever done on Laughter Saves Lives Live.
That is an Emmy award-winning segment.
Yes, by Pepper. Pepper even though guests were drooling over her, she just kept moving forward. And then he came on, and you nailed that interview. What an interesting man! What a hero!
Very interesting.
Very inspiring.
What a story! You know,
yeah, I mean, it was so interesting. There was so much, and I can't wait to read his book because I think, you know, you hit with cancer at a young age. He had to be in his 40s because he's only 60 now.
Yeah.
And then you overcome that, and then you get hit with Parkinson's, and yet he's getting up every day. He's going to the gym. He's boxing. He's just like a bull. He really is. And
like I said, he's not.
That's amazing.
He's not letting his illness take over his life.
No.
He's fighting it every day and doing productive things instead of sitting there going, poor me, which who knows what any of us would do. I can tell you that. I tell you who's been an inspiration to me lately, not to embarrass him, but Les Deegan has been an inspiration. The way he's handling his, he's going through some rough times. And everybody loves Les Deegan. Everybody loves
Les.
Thank you, John.
But I've since Les has gotten involved with Laugh to Save Lives, since I sucked them in.
Yes.
We've had some. We have had some really nice conversations, the two of us, and we've become friends. Before we were like acquaintances, we've become friends. It's more, and I'm very lucky to have both of you in my life. But especially, not especially Les, but I've got to know Les more. Roseanne kind of runs away from me when she's not on the show.
John, thank you so much.
You're welcome, buddy.
Important parts of your life. We're not going to take commercial. John's here, so let's just stay here.
We're staying? All right. So how about we run the pickleball segment? Look, I brought my bottle.
All right.
Just for this. Just for
Let's
this
run
segment.
the pickleball segment. So,
all
John,
right, so
how did your daughter and her boyfriend do?
Well, what happened was the guy who ran the league realized I wasn't going to be there, and he figured it wouldn't be fair to either side, the teams that were in first place, second place, and third place, to play them because they would have got killed, and who's going to enjoy that? So he moved them down in the pecking order, and they went 3-2.
Oh, good.
They beat my other daughter's team. Bada bing! So we go into final week of the season in 9th place, which is a good place to be. So we're going to be playing teams below us, teams above us, which means if you beat a team above you, you get more points.
That's great.
But I have to say that the pickleball has changed my life. People get crazy over it. They want to take lessons. I could give a whatever. I don't want to take lessons. I just love the people I'm meeting. So if you haven't played pickleball yet and you want to take a lesson, we're going to be doing our fundraiser again. We're not giving up on it. We're taking a step back and going forward. Do we have any flyers, by the way? We could talk a little bit about the upcoming shows. And then our new show on February 29th. Here we go. This is the Mineola Fire Department.
January 6th, 2024. That's a good lineup.
That's a good one.
First time we're doing the show. And Roseanne is saying it's a good lineup because her daughter's on the show.
Yes.
She's doing the mommy-daughter thing, but her daughter is funny. And she's a good kid, too. And then what other flies we got?
She's a good kid.
Oh, this is the first year also we're doing the Marty Lyons Foundation. What a wonderful, wonderful organization. Helps kids with cancer who are very sick. And we are honored to be able to do a show for them this year. That's going to be fun. And do we have one more flyer? No? Oh, we do. We have January. We've been doing Wantagh Fire Department forever. This is a typical fire department show. And we have Johnny Watson on for the first time. He's headlining one of our shows. He's a veteran. Welcome, Johnny, to the Laugh That Saves Lives family. Yeah. Have any of you guys worked with Sandy? Les, you worked with Sandy, right?
Yeah, Sandy, I know for a long time. I met her years. Yeah.
What a sweetheart, right? February 29th. Write it on your calendar. February 29th, we're going to be doing a show for the first time at Rico's Brick Oven Pizza. The Laughter Saves Lives Long Island up-and-coming comic show. It's going to be a lot of newer comics who are funny from like 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to raise a little money for Laughter Saves Lives. Roseanne, you can't be on the show. You're too experienced.
That's okay.
We may squeeze you. We may squeeze
And
you.
it's on Leap Day.
Yeah,
Leap Day.
Leap Day.
Oh, yeah.
February 29th.
I just realized that. That's the day of the show, I think. You just realized that. So that'll be that. Les,
did you get your Christmas shopping done? That's my question for you.
I don't. Paula it's out of control. Amazon Prime is coming by like Santa with sacks of boxes. He's walking up the steps and I can't even get into the house, and somebody's got to stop her. Somebody's got to stop her. Roseanne, please. I'm getting the duct tape out. I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm just as bad. I'm just as bad. The packages just keep coming. I had to tell my daughter today, I'm going to call you when I get a package and I'm away. You got to stop at the house and get the package and put it in the house because I don't want anybody stealing it.
Yes. Now, my Christmas decorations, I threw them up just like every year. It's artistic. I just throw them up. Got a new thing that says joy. My candy canes are still laying on the front steps, though, in one big bunch. I didn't put them up yet. So you're talking about the Christmas lights. They are like in one big candy cane that's stuck together. So we also were speaking about a Laughter Saves Lives night out to thank and honor roll comedy. My favorite people, 2 of them are on the screen. We got John Santo coming because he likes a free meal. And we have, who else do we have? Rich Walker, of course. Rich Walker. Butch is not going to be able to make it, which I feel terrible about. But I think I got something special planned for Butch. Don't tell him. Shh. We'll tell him.
We won't tell him. We won't tell him.
We're going to go to that hot pot restaurant where you throw everything in the soup, cook it. Les, you ever been? Hot pot?
I thought we were going to Peter Luger's.
No, that's Peter's Subs, I said.
I misunderstood. My hearing aid wasn't in.
Oh, there you go. You don't want to do that. You don't want to misunderstand.
Oh,
you
sorry.
be Peter Luger's, and we'll be like, "Where's Les?"
Right.
So that's going to be a fun night. I'm going to invite Amy too, but I don't think she's going to be able to make it either. So we're going to have fun, just as a thank you to you guys for all the support that you guys give Laughter Saves Lives.
Well, we love you, Johnny.
We've done some good work this year.
Absolutely.
And if we make a list and like Santa would, you look back and you go, wow, we really did some good stuff this year. And next year, we're going to be even doing more good stuff.
Well, you're definitely not on the naughty list.
No.
But I am not close to going into an assisted care facility, even though, again, Roseanne used the 65 years old for old again.
No.
Where did you do that again? You did that in the diner, I think, or something. Oh, yeah, when you get 65, and I'm sitting right there. I'm like, I'm 64, Roseanne. Oh, yeah, you got to go to assisted care facility, 64 is old people.
Well, you heard her. She said it's better to go in earlier than you.
You know, I had a moment today. I happened to do my singer-entertainer show at another assisted living facility this afternoon. It wasn't in Arbors. Right. But and there was a woman unpacking up. And all of a sudden, like I said, well, I was born in 1954. And she goes, you're a year older. I'm born in 1953. And she looked a little older because she wasn't in great shape. So really, she was 68, which is kind of young, but she needed to be in this particular facility. Sometimes it got serious all of a sudden.
Really. I mean, Johnny, as long as you're still playing pickleball, you're good.
Right. I'm playing until I'm dropping. I am playing until I'm dropping. And this year for my birthday, by the way, I am going to see the Mets in Colorado and then going down the river on a raft.
When is your birthday?
What?
When's your birthday?
Well, it's not on my birthday. My birthday is February 26th.
Right, which means you'll be the only one at the Mets-Rockies game.
No. For my birthday.
I know what you mean, John.
All right. Well, I got to find somebody to go with me, but I'm excited. So,
all right, we have 6 seconds left. What do you want to say?
Thank you for doing the show, guys. You did a great job. I'm going to sleep. I'm exhausted.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Thank you, Butch. Thank you, Butch.
See you
Thank
next
Butch.
week. Thank you, Butch.
See you next time.
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Was chasing the beer that circled the lips. Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.